Welcome to GetawayGeese. We are Stu and Jane, and with Harry, our Ford custom auto camper, we share our adventures.
Say five,
okay,
say six.
Well, we're laughing because we don't know what number Q&A video this is. So welcome back to this Q&A video.
To this one?
It's either 4 or 5, I can't remember.
No, it's either 5 or 6.
Oh, there you go. So we're disagreeing on camera already, so it's either 5 or 6. Anyway, we've created some before, so go and have a look at those if you want to. We've got lots of questions and we're going to answer those. I've categorised them all, so I'll pick them out in various categories of YouTube, trip and personal ones on this video. So if you've got any other questions, just drop them in the comments. So let's take this, let's take a trip one. Where are we? Let's take one out of the trip. Somewhere in here. See what we get. Okay, this is 2 people asking a similar type of question. So this is a 4 Pots Light off YouTube. Do you two crave alone time when you're travelling for a lengthy period?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Yeah. And Jackie Nikora off Instagram asked, you two always look so happy together and funny, but in capitals, when travelling for a length of time together and living in a small space 24/7, do you crave me time, or is this not an issue? So let's go back to the first one. Do you two crave alone time when you're travelling for a lengthy period? So Ireland was the lengthiest period.
Yeah, so I'm quite a loner. Not lonely, a loner. I love my own company. I'm quite happy hanging out on my own, but he keeps following me. No. But we live in a 3-storey house, so when we're at home, we're normally on different stories.
I'll go on the roof, right?
Yeah, he's up in the roof and I'm down in the basement. But when we're away, we get on like a house on fire, don't we? I think because the van's so small, it just wouldn't work if we didn't. We've only had one bad spat in the van.
Yeah.
Whereas I was demanding you stop the van, I was getting out.
Yeah, we didn't film all of that.
No, it's a shame. That would have been a great series. But no, I'm only answering from me. Stu might give you a completely different answer, but actually we get on really well. And I know I just seem... My grandson said to me the other day when he was watching one of the videos, and I said that was great. He says, you think everything's great. I'm like, I'm sorry. But you're right, Lucas. So yeah,
It's a real good question, because some relationships don't fall out. We fall out occasionally. So with that big spat, actually what came out of that big spat where we had is that we agreed that we would never end a trip because of a big spat, because that's the wrong thing. You can't keep going backwards and forwards if you have a big argument. You've got to agree to calm down and then make a rational decision if it's the right thing to do and all that. I think that was one thing we did agree with that. I think the bottom line is, if there are times when you can find space in the van. Daft seems, the beauty we do like about Hannah. Jane likes her personal space, so Harry gives us personal space because we can turn around the 2 seats and we're a fair distance apart. Daft as it seems, just putting headphones on, you can find your own time in that space. If it's that bad, there's a whole world outside that door.
I tell you, the only problem I do have, and this is my issue, not Stu, is that I've got noise phobia. I'm not great with noise, so I couldn't sit next to Stu on that back seat and eat together. I just couldn't do it. I just not for any other reason. It's my issue, not Stu's. But we work round it. Sometimes Stu will be eating like this, and he'll like,
outside. No,
he'll like, shall I put the radio on? I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. So you just work round it. You have to, otherwise it wouldn't work.
I did a bit of fishing when I was in Ireland, and that's a great, because that's a bit of me time. That is, I go and find that, and I crave that, because I enjoy doing it. But that gives Jane an opportunity to whatever she wants to do. Clean the van, read a book or whatever it is, and she enjoys that. And sometimes when we get to a location, we often go our separate ways. because I go faster than Jane. You know, if it's a museum, I'm probably in the next room, and so we often find our own space and time doing that. So you know, it's not that bad. I mean, let's just go from what Jackie asked. You two always look so happy together and funny. I think we generally have a great.
We are.
Yeah, we're genuine.
We have banter.
We don't put it on. We have banter. We always have. You know, it's in the family, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you crave me time, or is this not an issue? So it's not an issue. Do we crave? We don't crave it. We can find it if we need it. I think that's.
And we don't need it very often, do we?
No.
We were surprised ourselves when we went to Ireland. We were like, my God, we've never done 9 weeks, but actually, we could have just gone on. So
yeah. Shall we do a YouTube one? Next question is this one. This is from VW1 Camp off YouTube. Thanks very much for this one, guys. My question is for Jane. That's good, I can be quiet. I remember when you wouldn't appear in a video and used to hide. What made you bite the bullet? You appear to be so comfortable on camera now.
Yeah, it's amazing how...
So what made you?
So what made me is that it just got too hard for Stu, and I felt bloody sorry for him, to be honest. Because no, not like that. Like I just felt really sorry for him. He was trying to do this video, and he had to wait till I was out the way, or you know, it just made life too hard. So I thought, gosh, you know, I'm going to have to not help him out like that, but just make it easier for him to make videos. And I think we found our own level with it, haven't we?
Yeah, and I always say to Jane, I do get slightly concerned that she's doing it just for me. And if she is, then you know that's not the right thing.
So if I disappear at any point,
if ever Jane wants to stop doing it, then she'd need to tell me, and then I'd probably do something else with the channel and that, because I think what we found the balance right in these types of videos. And I wouldn't want to go back. I personally wouldn't want to go backwards. Just me doing a travel video with you in the background. I don't think that would.
It was too hard. It's just like
it was actually harder, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. It just got to the point. It was ridiculous. So. And
I think you enjoy the narration.
I enjoy the filming, the narration.
Yeah.
You're more comfortable in front of the camera than I am. But
and Jane's just recently got. You know, I have to applaud Jane for this, because some of the best footage is taken by bloody Jane, to be perfectly honest. And it's always the the B-roll type, whether the side shot or whatever that is, because she does all her filming on her iPhone, and I bought her an Osmo 6 gimbal to try and make steadier shots, and she's really taken to that. And you've enjoyed filming with
I do enjoy that, and if it was me, which would probably drive people mad, but I do a lot more history because I love history, but.
Yeah. And that's one thing we have thought, maybe that you might do your own history video and things like that. So some bits and pieces. So, and I'm glad she does do it, because I think it makes a more balanced.
Yeah, it's hard to be out in a van with somebody and never see the other person. It's also almost a bit weird.
But you couldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it at all. I don't think you could do it for that length of period. I wouldn't want it to. That's the last thing I'd want to do. So I think
we've got the balance right for both of us. Yeah. So that's why.
I hope that's answered that one. Should we do one more on this one? This is a trip one. What is the one thing each of you like to do that your partner in crime says, nope, go ahead and I'll see you in 2 hours? That's from 4 Pots Light on YouTube. That came from YouTube. What is the one thing each of you like to do that your partner in crime says, no, you go do that, I'll see you in 2 hours?
Stu's is probably fishing, but then I normally go and follow him.
Which I don't want.
No, but I sit in the.
She sits long.
I do. I sit far away.
She enjoys that. So.
And watch him, because I just like sitting there watching him fish. I don't talk to you.
So I think fishing for me, I've sort of sea fishing for me. It's nice and easy. It's something to do. I've made it a light way to do it. I'm not great at it, but it ain't about that. It's just about being there in the location, in the scenery, in the landscape, and that.
I guess maybe mine is my internet and WhatsApp time. Could you
Yeah,
say
Jane,
that, I
Jane
guess?
spends a bit on technology on those things, you know, searching around, reading whatever it is on Google and all
But we
the
don't
news
say
channels
see you
and
in
that.
2 hours, do we,
No,
for that
no.
one? So
Yeah,
I don't think
I
I've got
think
one.
if anything, occasionally, you tell me if this is right. Occasionally, you'll go off somewhere and you'd want to browse, because I'm not great at browsing and that. So I sometimes will go see you back in the van. And
Yeah, but this isn't a shop. We're not talking shops because neither of us like shopping.
No. It's a browsing.
And
of the
browsing
area.
means normal pace. That's what browsing means to Stu.
Here we go.
So I go at normal pace, and Stu will just go. So
I'm finished with an error. I'll go see you back, and then Jane will just take her time, and she's found this, she's done this, she's gone and found something that I should have found because I just don't have the patience to
so
do
that
it.
would probably be
that's probably the area where you'd want to spend more time on something because you want to get to the bottom. If it was a really interesting museum, she'd want to read every single notice, every single artifact, and read all about it. Whereas I'm going, done that. Got a flow of it. I'm off.
But we've even managed to find a balance with that because now I just take pictures so I can read it back in the van later. So I'm not too long.
So I hope that's answered that. Right, I think that's the end of this Q&A. So thanks for whatever number it was. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments, like I said, and if not, we'll see you in the next Q&A.
You are a deep or a different kind